It is tough to track the number of people who are experiencing homelessness in Maine. A City of Portland dashboard reports there are currently 295 tents in the city, but that doesn't count people. And in Bangor, the Community Health and Counseling Services estimated there were more than 100 unhoused people living in encampments in January of this year. Good evening and thanks for joining us on News Center Maine at 5:30. I'm Chris Costa.
And I'm Zach Blanchard. In Bangor right now, city leaders and some unhoused people are at odds over a plan to clear part of an encampment near the Bangor International Airport. News Center Maine's Donovan Lynch visited the encampment today to get a closer look. Hi, Donovan.
Hi, Chris and Zach. Well, of all the tools to address homelessness here in Maine, from rehabilitation to jobs programs, few are as sudden and as decisive as clearing an encampment. And as the city of Bangor prepares to remove some people from its largest tent city, there's a divide over how effective and how necessary this plan is. In Bangor's woods, a town of scattered belongings.
I think it's an unavoidable reality right now.
But that could change as soon as Friday, the date given by the city for a partial clearing of this encampment, located behind the Hope House near the airport. The effort follows concerns over drug use and violence at this site, where James Hilton has lived for years. He says he doesn't deny these problems, but that the issues are self-contained.
Yeah, most of us do drugs, but you don't see us running out, robbing people.
The planned clearing this week comes with a caveat. City leaders say they'll let people stay if they're making an effort to get connected to resources that can help them get clean and find a permanent place to live. To Hilton, it's an unnecessary step.
Most of us can take care of ourselves.
But not everyone who lives here agrees. Emily Morneau says she's woken up nightly to sounds of fighting.
I feel like people need to be adults and they're acting like children out here.
Some advocates say this kind of behavior is the result of what happens when encampments solidify into permanent communities.
They become self-governing. Their own governor sets up, and that's not always in the interest of best. Sometimes it's might makes right.
Boyd Cronholm is the executive director of the Bangor Area Homeless Shelter. He says it's better to have encampments dispersed than not, but that the ultimate goal should be adopting a right to shelter law.
Everyone who's living outside deserves to be able to have a roof over their head.
But that likely won't happen anytime soon. In a statement, Bangor City Manager Debbie Laurie says that of the people at the encampment, the majority of individuals are actively engaged with outreach and are not being asked to leave this area, leaving conditions largely unchanged.
When you're dealing with people, and you're dealing with people experiencing homelessness, it's always dire.
I did have a chance to speak with advocates who say clearing the encampment can harm public safety by making it harder for outreach organizations to actually find the people in need because they wouldn't all be in one location. Chris and Zach?
Donovan Lynch in our Bangor studio tonight. Thanks so much.